What can I say? I feel like I owe you guys an explanation, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, you know. Oh boy, I feel a little bit ashamed like to sit here and tell you this, let's say a little bit devastating, let's say news, you understand? But at the same time, it's a very exciting news for me, right? But I would dive into that. All I would say is, like, I apologise, and for those who think the next upload will be in Asia, and that was the intent, really. You know, let me give you a full backstory, right? You see, I recently told my employer here in the UK that I'll be moving to China, and I requested for a reference on, they sent through my reference, and also they sent through my P45. So P45, when you leave employment here in the UK, so your employer will send you P45, and I received that because the intent was like to move to China on the 1st of August, because I did secure a position in China, in Nanjing. But unfortunately, this past week or so, and then I received a news from the employer, and they told me like the date has been postponed till October. And I was like, October? I know, man, yeah, October. And the flight to that place, from the UK here, from London to Nanjing, it is very expensive, and the duration as well, it is very, very long, right? So if you're flying from the UK, let's say from London, you're flying to any major cities like Shanghai and Beijing or Guangzhou, and chances are the flight ticket is not going to be that expensive. But Nanjing, it's not a city that I know of. It's more like a second tier city. It's very futuristic, and it's very, very modern, and I've seen some fabulous things about that place, right? So I was stressed about it, and then when I heard the news, I was like, oh boy, till October, and chances are by then my police certificate, police check will expire, and then I have to do the entire process again. That is too long. So I was thinking about the idea of moving to Poland, because it's a place I recently visited, and I had a marvelous time, and it's not that expensive as well, like to navigate, to live, the cost of living is quite low, the food prices are insanely affordable for a Westerner, especially if you're earning, let's say, in British pound or American dollars. So you can comfortably you can live under $1,000 in Poland. And I was thinking about that, and also Poland is not really far away from the UK, so we're just like, it's a maximum 2 hours on a Ryanair flight, very cheap budget airline, and then you can get there, and I'll be very close to my family. I thought about that, I was like, oh, okay, this makes a lot of sense, you know, and plus of course then I can create videos, I can work online and all that, right? And then I did thought about it, and then again I was like, oh boy, I've waited, I've spent so much time and money into moving to China, so now hearing this news, and if I don't make it to October, and then of course, because I would have to apply for a new police certificate, which takes about 20 to 21 days, and then you have to legalize it, authenticate it and legalize it as well, and that is so long and tedious. I was like, man, I'll miss the start of the new let's say semester, and I was like, no, I don't have time for that. And then basically, thankfully, I received another offer from Beijing this time, but I was also quite concerned about Beijing as well, because the cost of living in Beijing is freaking high. It's quite close compared to the cost of living to the UK, right? Especially when it comes to accommodation. I think food-wise, you know, you're doing the nitty-gritty, it's not really that expensive in Beijing, but in terms of accommodation, it's very, very expensive compared to what you get, you know. And I was like, I wasn't too keen about that, but thankfully the employer, which I'm not going to name, and they're willing to provide me accommodation and all that, right? And they'll take care of that. And I was quite relieved and pleased, and I was like, okay, you know what, there's no way I can turn this thing down anymore. So I thought about moving to Poland, but because I've spent so much time, I mean ridiculously so much time and effort in moving to China. Behind the scene, I wasn't telling you all this, so it took me close to 5 months to get all my paperwork in order. So if you're thinking to move to China, or let's say in Asia, thinking, well, let's say thinking to move to Asia to work there, no, it's very long, you know. So you have to, let's say, basically legalize all your document. I mean, all your document, just to check the document if it's legit, and then they will stamp it and then send it back to you, and then from there you have to take it to the Chinese embassy. So everything takes time, you know. It takes about 30 days or so just to get that document done. And yes, of course, it will take another 4 days when you get to the Chinese embassy here in the UK to get it done as well. That is for one document. The same process applied to the other documents as well. Your police check will take close to a month to get that sent to your address, because you request for you pay a fee. It is long. I know right now you're confused. You're like, what? I can't keep up anymore. I understand, mate. Wait till you're in my shoe, man. It's so stressful, very, very stressful, right? So the thing is, like, and everything now it looks like it's going according to plan. So the new start date for me will be at the latter stage of August. So instead of the 1st of August, so that was the due date. And then I did, like I said, I just stated in the last few posts that, oh, the next time you see me, I'll be posting videos, and in China, I can't wait, man. Nanjing is very affordable, right? So second tier cities in China, and they're more affordable. So for those who don't know what the tier systems are in China, so first tier city are the most expensive cities, like Beijing, Shanghai, I think Xinjiang and Guangzhou, those sort of cities, right? They're more expensive. So, and second tier cities, you're looking at, let's say, Nanjing, looking at Hangzhou, we're looking at in Suzhou, and yeah, there's plenty of second tier city like Ningbo, you know, and third tier cities are, you name it, right? So some of the cities that you don't know about, and you know, China is so massive, it's so big, right? So the first tier cities are more expensive when it comes to accommodation and living costs. Second tier is not too bad. Third tier cities are more affordable, right? I mean, ridiculously, you can get a nice apartment, like 3 or 5, let's say, that means mainly 3 bedroom, for let's say about 400, maybe $300. Yeah, it's really that cheap, right? But first tier city, you're going to be cash splashing around, let's say around like close to $1,000 to $1,500 for a decent apartment. Or if you want more space, you have to look further out of the city center. So especially in Beijing, Shanghai. Beijing is the most expensive city in China. Of course, it makes sense because it's the capital city of China, right? So yeah, like I was saying, I did thought about moving to Poland, and especially it's not far, right? Family will be close by. It'll be easy for me to come back and visit. But when this opportunity came, I was like, you know what? I spent so much time on effort. I just have to go with China, because this is my desire. It's a place I want to see. I want to leave. I want to explore. I want to see more. You know, so that's the reason why I can't move to Poland quite yet. You know, and yeah. So what does that mean now? So let me tell you something, right? That means, so once I'm here in the UK, I'm actually thinking of going to Poland for maybe 2 days and see the city of Warsaw. It is not a promise, and but we'll see how things pan out. You know, I still have to do 1 or 2 paperwork. I have to do my medical test, so that's the last final thing I have to do here, and then from there I have to get my visa. You know, so basically while I'm waiting, so I think I'm going to be creating more videos about Poland related sort of videos, and of course I'll mix it a little bit, and I'll create videos about places I've been to as well in Asia. I'll mainly create videos about places that interest me, really, like Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Poland. You know, I love these places, right? Because I have a strong affinity. I had a good time, good experiences in these countries, and hence why I like talking about them. So for now, I think you'll be seeing a lot of mixed contents, and of course a bit more Polish content as well. So I know a lot of you actually want to see more content from me, right? So I appreciate all your effort, all your time, and commenting down below. So yeah, definitely more. I can't wait to create more content, because right now I am not working for any other employer, so now I'm just focusing now working on this YouTube channel. So basically your support will be highly appreciated while I'm waiting till the end of like next month. So that's hopefully finger crossed everything goes as planned, and then I can finally make my dream move and explore and live in China. And yeah, so for now what I would say is expect more content. And I think the next content, if you want to see what it's like, okay, not what it's like, basically if you want to see 5 places that has been ruined by over tourism but not Poland, then stay tuned, subscribe down below. I would appreciate it very much. You know, the things I don't like to say, like, subscribe, nice, alright mate, I don't like to say like, subscribe on this channel, but of course, and feel free if you want to. You know, I recently teamed up with a travel company. It's called Get Your Guide. So Get Your Guide is a fantastic website, so I highly recommend check it down below. You know, I'm relatively quite new when it comes towards promoting brands and all that, right? And I did state I think a couple of weeks back, well, I did say that I'm not working with no brands, you know, but this one is an exception. And of course, in a lot of you actually recommend I should work with brand because you enjoy my work. And yeah, you know, this channel now is starting to make a bit more cash, and I appreciate it because I put so much time and effort into it. You know, I don't beg people, I'm constantly working really hard, you know, so your support is really appreciated, man. So definitely, if you click down below, the link down below, if you want to get a guide, well, no matter wherever you are, click the link. You're traveling, you want to get a guide, use my link. You will help the channel quite a lot, because if you make any purchase, and basically I will get a little kickback, and that will support this channel, and then I will improve on creating more exciting and fun content for you, right? So if you want to see that, then stay tuned. But for now, and I will see you in the next video. So if you want to see 5 places that has been ruined by over tourism, then stay tuned.